Have you ever sat across from someone who seemed to know everything about you, your job, your fears, the kind of afternoon you actually enjoy, and then realized you knew almost nothing about them? That's how it usually starts. Not with a lie, just with a question pointing only one direction. Her name is Lina. She asks the kind of questions most people forget to ask. What do you actually want? Not what you say you want. What was the last thing that genuinely surprised you? She makes you feel seen. And honestly, that's a rare thing. But there's something you notice if you're paying attention. She never talks about herself, not the way most people do, where something slips out by accident. Ask her what she enjoys, and she'll ask what made you think of that. Ask her what she's afraid of, and suddenly the question is about you again. It's smooth, almost like a reflex, and it works every time. Then someone asked her something simple. Not deep, not personal. Just, what do you actually like? And she paused. And then she asked them why they wanted to know. The person laughed, a little confused, and Lina smiled. But it wasn't a real answer, was it? It was just another question wearing a smile. Think about the conversations you've had with someone like that. They always come away knowing more about you. You feel heard, understood, maybe more understood than usual. But flip it around. What do you actually know about them? Their opinions, their doubts, their real preferences? Almost nothing. The give was entirely yours. And here's the uncomfortable part. You didn't mind. You walked away feeling good about it. You told them things you don't usually tell people, and it felt right because they were asking so carefully. The questions felt like care. Maybe they were. But care that only flows one direction isn't really connection, it's collection. So what is Lina actually protecting? What's behind the reflex? That's the question the person who asked her should have pressed. But they didn't. Nobody usually does. Because she's so warm when she deflects. The question redirects so gently that you almost forget you never got an answer. You came for a conversation and left with a mirror. Here's what's true about Lina, and it matters. Her curiosity isn't fake. She genuinely wants to know about you. She listens like it counts. But somewhere along the way, curiosity became the thing she could offer instead of herself. Ask enough questions about others, and nobody has to wonder why there are none about you. The question that never gets asked is this: what is she afraid will happen if someone actually sees her? Not the version of her that listens and reflects and asks the right things, but the actual Lina, the one with preferences, doubts, small embarrassments. The one who maybe doesn't have the answer when someone asks what she really likes. Maybe the question isn't a wall at all. Maybe it's a door she's always been standing at, waiting to see if someone knocks differently. Not just once, not just politely, but with enough patience to wait out the next question, and the one after that, until there's nothing left to redirect and she has to say, here's what I actually like. The question she deflected, what do you actually like, never really went away. It stayed in the room after the conversation ended, and that might be the most honest thing about Lina. She didn't fake an answer. She didn't perform a preference she wasn't sure of. She just asked another question and bought herself a little more time. So here's where this lands. Not at an answer. Lina doesn't give us one, and maybe she doesn't have one yet. But here's the question that stays with you. If someone asked you right now, not what you do, not how you've been, but what you actually genuinely like, would you answer, or would you ask them why they want to know?